Hey Mark, happy February. Whoa, man, why are you in such a foul mood?
You know I hate Valentine's Day. And in fact, it's the whole month of February. All right, it's not even just Valentine's Day; it's the winter. All right, we're right in the middle of winter, the peak of cold season. It's freezing today. All right, that's what really ticks me off about February. In fact, you know what? I actually wrote a poem. Here, I saved it on my phone. Here it is. I hate the winter. It makes me sick. This whole season can... Ice and snow, it needs to go. It's bad enough. The temp is so low. No salt on the roads. It blows all my fuses. My body is covered in bumps and bruises. I step outside, begging and pleading that I won't show up to work, moaning and bleeding. I will not fall. I will not slip. Boom, down I go with a broken hip. Spring get here soon. I cannot wait. The sun is set. It's 7:45.
Nicely done, Dr. Seuss.
Just roll the camera.
Bonsoir et bienvenue à Coup de Foudre. Voici votre animateur, Yves Gionnet.
Merci Anne. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue chez nous.
Coup de Foudre was a Quebecois dating show that originally ran from 1988 to 1993 on TQS. The title, when directly translated from French, means lightning, but it also comes from a French expression that means love at first sight. Since 1993, there have been 2 revivals of the format. One that ran on Musique Plus for 1 season in 2007, and another one on the They network, which lasted from 2016 to 2018. The show was originally hosted by Yves Gionnet and Anne Bisson, with Eric DeGasp and Christine Anthony taking over for the final season. The Musique Plus revival was helmed by Babu and Valerie Simard, and the most recent revival was hosted by Marc Power. And yes, in the most recent version, there was no co-host, because, as you'll see in just a moment, they don't really need to have 2 hosts. The game is basically just a variation on the dating game, with 3 women and 3 men playing, separated by a wall. In the first round, each host interviews the contestants. They talk about their best traits and some of their best qualities, and try to attract the other sex. Round 2, each of the contestants asks a question to each member of the opposite sex. And it's the usual dating game fare with the corny answers and the innuendo. And honestly, the whole thing kind of drags. Following this round, each of the contestants secretly chooses with whom they would like to go on a date. Then the reveal is done thusly. The 3 members of one sex, varying from show to show, have each brought along a friend or loved one, who tries to predict who they pick. That contestant then reveals their choice, and then the person they chose reveals their pick. If they match, then they win a date and a chance at the Coup de Foudre. Otherwise, nuts to them. Very simply, for the Coup de Foudre, the one individual gets to see the 3 members of the opposite sex for the first time, and tries to predict which one is the one they chose. And if they chose correctly, then their date gets bumped up to a mini vacation. Otherwise, they still get the lesser date, usually consisting of a night out at a restaurant and some small prizes. Frankly, I just don't get it. This show just seems really, really boring to me. The final round is very lackluster. I get it, they're going for a love at first sight gimmick. Let's see if you guys are really in sync. But somehow it feels tacked on. And it's nothing more than just a guessing game. Somehow they managed to make a bonus game feel tacked on, even though it's pretty much the name of the game. That's quite an accomplishment. The hosts do try to inject some humor and energy into the game, but the whole thing just drags and drags and drags. And despite their best efforts, the show doesn't really shine through. But somehow the Quebecois like it. It had a respectable 4-year run in its first run, and it's had 2 revivals since. So it seems much like the dating game and the newlywed game in the States. This is one of those formats that just keeps coming back, going away, coming back again. So if I'm right about that, sit tight everyone. This will come back again in a couple of years, I think. Who knows? So yeah, maybe this seemed like a short video this month, folks, but there just really wasn't much to say about the show. I really tried. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you next month on the Game So Canada. On behalf of all of us, long may your big jib draw.